Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Oh my God, have we got it? Mic check, mic check, mic check. Let's find out. Bring it to 20. Let's find out if we got this before we drop this. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, now before I turn around and drop this video, I need to make sure this post is out there because it has every bit of pertinence to what I'm about to turn around and drop in my video. Colorado receives $32 million in federal grants to help the chronic homeless. That's $32 million, folks. Just want to make sure that part of this is over before I drop this video to YouTube and make sure that everybody in the 719 knows that we have a serious transparency problem going on. And that serious transparency problem involves the factor that the state of Colorado just turned around and got $32 million to help chronic homelessness. Granted, Denver might see a lot of it because it supposedly has a larger homeless group, understandable. But I need to know this. I need to know what all of your thoughts are on the factor of where we could make changes in transparency. And seriously, if you're going to give the state of Colorado $32 million to help the homeless situation, I got a question for you. What could you do with $32 million? What could you do with $9 million? What could you do with $10 million? What could we be doing better to benefit the Colorado Springs area with all the buildings that have for sale and for lease signs everywhere? Transparency! We really need to rethink how we're watching all these dollars come through Colorado Springs, period, Denver, period, all of the state of Colorado. I mean, seriously, we need to hold our local governments accountable. And we need to ask them, what are you doing with a couple $1,000,000? Because you really could be buying some of these old buildings out, offering tax incentives to those that want to turn around and give their buildings over to a nonprofit. And we really could be doing something better with $32 million. Once again, I ask, what could you do with $32 million? What could you do with $10 million? What could you do with $5 million? We need transparency. And yes, this video is actually going to hit YouTube because I am so sick and tired of watching federal dollars come into our community and not get used properly. It's not funny. Real Outdoorsman Recordings. Okay, as I do this video clip real quick, I gotta throw out one other thing that I wanted in this video along the way. This is my letter from the downtown YMCA about their low-income housing project. I wish you could probably see it better, but you know, as it is, I just gotta turn around and make sure that we know that there is somebody interested in making affordable housing in this town. And just to give you folks in the 719 an idea, White Lotus Group is a vertically integrated real estate development firm with offices in Chicago and Omaha. They specialize in turnkey projects from concept to delivery with creative management process and have successfully completed projects in multiple states, including Colorado. So, we do have a developer interested in turning around and making an affordable housing project on top of the YMCA, but they need some funds to do it. So, on the way, I just figured I'd drop this real quick vid to turn around and say, when we're trying to say that there isn't a developer out there that's willing to work with us to try and make better affordable housing in the downtown area especially, that's not true, because what I see in this letter is White Lotus Group is more than willing to invest in this area. So, and in this area of affordable housing, I mean, we got enough buildings up there, every investor is worthwhile. So yeah, I figured I'd throw this part out real quick on the way through the rest of this video. Rock Open Space, one of our better parks and places to go camping. Too bad camping is illegal in this town, is immoral because of it. But yeah, as it is, we're fixing to head in, and along the way, take some video shots so that way we can turn around and see where good housing is at. Anyways, yeah, we'll catch you on the flip side, and we'll get some more video done out here so that way we can get it out on YouTube. RR. We'll see you on the other side. RR. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Hey, we're over here in Red Rock Canyon.
We're over in open space, and we're getting ready to go for an outdoor adventure in the snow because I like doing the recreational videos for Real Outdoorsman Recordings, and I thought personally denounce the camping ban in the city, because if you're going to market camping as an outdoor recreation and you're going to ban it, then you're hurting tourism. So along the way, you got to realize, you know what, we as good campers out here know how to pick up trash and take everything out, pack in, pack out. But along the way, we're starting to forget that the homeless community turnaround needs to be dealt with in the way that it needs to be dealt with, and trash receptacles should be everywhere in all major parks. So along the way, you know what, we're going to do a video today. I'm going to think some lyrics to spit along the way. We're going to finish up the beauty of Red Rock Open Space. RR, we'll see you on the other side. Real Outdoorsman Recordings.
Rolling. RR.
We live inside Red Rock Canyon. And this is the reason why we live in a 719. All the bountiful playgrounds that we have to go through, all the areas we have to go hiking. It's an adventurer's paradise, Real Outdoorsman's paradise. And the camping ban is immoral. If you want to sell camping, you want to sell outdoor adventure, you've got to make that ban, in my opinion. But hey, along the way, you know what? We lose money in a lot of ways in this town. We can do better. Real Outdoorsman Recordings. Alright, I love the factor that along the way, everybody is doing these snowmen in the Red Rocks open space. So art happens everywhere and brings out the best of everybody in all seasons. And this is why I love our state in the 719, because it's full of a bunch of artists that deserve more credit. So along the way, we'll record how many of these we see along the way, and see how many snowmen we get to meet along our Real Outdoorsman Recordings adventure. And you know what, so many fun things you can actually do in the snow if we ever got more of it here and there. But that's the reason why you need to get out and play in the snow when the storms do actually hit, because then you can find cool little things like this along the way that you know somebody had fun doing that in 2 seconds after their bipolar moment. Kind of like my bipolar moments when I turn around and decide that it's time to do a video. Anyways, another reason to be in a 719. And along the way, not much of a view at this point, but you'll see more as it gets better. Real close.
RR.
The difference between county and city. I can live in a tent and I can't live in a tent. On that side, and we're going to take the stuff away. That stuff needs to change in this immoral ban. You need to turn around and open up camping spaces. You need to have spots, even south by Fountain, to turn around and be able to go camping, because it's a lifestyle, it's a business, it's the way people are. Some people don't want a home again. Some people are happy with just a few things they have. For all others, have your homes. Have your $1 million mansions over on that side. But you know what? Right over here, they turn around and here, this side, don't get eaten by a bear. You know what?
RR.
Welcome, says welcome to section 16 too.
Welcome to section 16. From this pylon.
This is welcome to let me get eaten by.
A February night in the 719. Y'all missed the pink earlier. That's what she said anyways, along the way. You know, those are the reasons why we live in the 719. And it's the views. I'm telling you, the views, the activities, and everything you can do. We are up in section 16 right now, out in the middle of crazy land, where actually, you know, it's county, and, you know, along the way you can camp. So we're taking an outside camping trip to turn around and show that camping ban is immoral, and along the way people do respect in our parks and take care of it as best as we can. So as we sit here for our halfway through the run moment, I figured let y'all take in a nice view as we are taking in just before we turn around and get started up to our base camp later on. So along the way, we can do better, 719, and we are trying to. I know there's others out there that believe it like me, and this is the reason why camping should not be immoral or banned.
And laters. And for those particular nights when going out and camping means that you need to have heat on the run. We have various forms of outdoor heating products, hint hint, that turn around and make everybody's day a lot easier to deal with for the homeless. And we should be handing those things to everybody out here when we think they might need a hand with their heating situation. Anyways, we're headed to Yentman. See you all.
Alright, now at the end of this video you'll understand the reason why I turn around and say, pay raise? Seriously, City Council? You think you need a pay raise? You just got awarded $32 million to help the chronic homeless. Where's the money? Along the way, I gotta say, hey, we've got a lot of land out there that could be bought up. Buildings out there that we could settle out with some of these building owners for a little bit more paycheck to turn around and buy out their buildings so they're not sitting around with for lease sale signs on them. And along the way, we could honestly, seriously think about trying to find a way to invest $32 million, maybe even, let's say $10 million if the El Paso County gets $10 million. We could think about maybe trying to seriously think about buying some of the land for these people that want to be campers. All right? Because camping ban in town it just does not make sense. I mean, we want to make a difference in this town. Transparency, you just got a lot of money to help out the chronic homeless and to help out with mental health services. So the time is now. A lot of people out there, it's cold. I've been told it's going to be down to 17 tonight by various forms of news resources. So along the way, just want to say, remember your local homeless person, and remember that, not everybody chooses to be homeless, but a lot of people would choose housing if there was cheaper housing. We call it affordable housing being made, by the way, affordable housing. So to all the city council members, no, I'm going to fight your pay raise, because I don't see the reason why you think you need a pay raise when you've already got profitable businesses as it is, and you're not helping solve the problem that we have in front of us as you try to find reasonable developers. Why don't you help out the Y and their reasonable developer that wants to come out and maybe think about helping out building with the downtown Y and reconstructing it. It is a pivotal point of, the downtown area is the downtown YMCA. And it really wants to build a housing project, and I kind of support it. So here's my support of it. And along the way, why don't you maybe think about putting like $5 million in to start to the developer that actually wants to help develop the 719. RR.
We just went up and did the Paul Inman Memorial Nature Trail. And that's how we roll in a 719. Early in the morning, 8 o'clock. We gotta get down for breakfast, so we can't waste a lot of time. It's cold out here, but we made it through the night. Even my camera guy made it through. Hey, camera guy. Smile, man. So, yeah, if we can do it, anybody can do it. Beautiful view in the morning. I tell you, this is the reasons of the 719. When you're rolling in the weed and you're banging up the speed, hiking Pikes Peak or Olympics next week, hey, try the 719. It's got it. We're going to go get high now. So, yeah, as it is, we got some more stuff to do, but we made it through on it one night, even without a top. So, yeah, there's reasons why to be in a 719. And it's not just for the Olympics or the military. These are some of the reasons why. We got to get down. Bam. 8:30 in the morning. We're at the Paul Inman, Section 16, county area. Awesome camping. And we made it through tonight. We're trying to beat the storm out. We're going to do along the way and get out before too cold. But we had to get out and do a bunch of snow hiking, because this is the best time to go snow hiking, is right in between storms. So yeah, along the way, a whole lot more to do than just turn around and Olympians and military. We are the 719. Awesome place to be. And yeah, along the way, yeah, figured to turn around and get the quick vid in real quick. Shout out to Greenhouse, shout out to DML, and yeah, even my camera guy made it real quick, but he's
Trying to warm up, and so am I. So we're gonna end this vid and yeah, take some more shots along the way down. Show some more off. Oh yeah, more footage coming through Sand Trail all the way down. We turn around. Figured take a second out. Camping's everywhere. Gotta watch out for the boat though. You never know where it'll be at. People everywhere. I'm telling you. Awesome place to be out. Awesome place to be camping. And sometimes one of the better areas to go think about the world and challenge yourself. Oh my God. So let's figure out where, and yeah, we're gonna keep going. We took Roundup yesterday, take sand today. Yeah. Get over. Hiking only through the quarry aspects. Man, maybe one of these next times. As it is, I'm hungry. We gotta go get something to eat. We'll check y'all later. RR. Pay raise. Seriously, City Council, to put that out on Facebook, social media, was just asking for you to turn around and try and figure out whether or not you're going to be elected the next time around. Personally, if you're going to get a pay raise, I think everybody in the 719, that's Colorado Springs, by the way, to you people on the City Council that don't know, what's the 719? Apparently you haven't looked at your phone lately to see your area code. Anyways, point being, pay raise, shouldn't everybody in the 719 get a pay raise? I think everybody would probably be living better if their pay was lifted up to like, $12, $13, $14, $15 an hour like Amazon did. And along the way, we got a lot of people struggling out there on making that $10 and $11 an hour because we just barely made $12 an hour. So pay raise. What did you do to earn it? That pay raise. I mean, seriously. I'm not exactly sure that was the wisest move on your part, social media wise. You can put it on a November ballot, but I think you better be looking about the affordable housing problem before you start asking the local public for a pay raise, because I'm not seeing that happen. Just letting you know, I'm not seeing that happen. But you never know. All the rich people out here could probably give you a pay raise without caring, because, that's what rich people do. They find ways to bury everything else. Okay? And those that are super rich live in the Broadmoor and really don't care what happens with the rest of society down here in the service workers world, which is, downtown Colorado Springs. So, pay raise. Okay, I think everybody should get a pay raise before you get a pay raise. But that's just my opinion. RR. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, now before I turn around and drop this video, I need to make sure this post is out there, because it has every bit of pertinence to what I'm about to turn around and drop in my video. Colorado receives $32 million in federal grants to help the chronic homeless. That's $32 million, folks. Just want to make sure that part of this is over before I drop this video to YouTube, and make sure that everybody in the 719 knows that we have a serious transparency problem going on. And that serious transparency problem involves the factor that the state of Colorado just turned around and got $32 million to help chronic homelessness. Granted, Denver might see a lot of it because it supposedly has a larger homeless group, understandable. But I need to know this. I need to know what all of your thoughts are on the factor of where we could make changes in transparency. And seriously, if you're going to give the state of Colorado $32 million to help the homeless situation, I got a question for you. What could you do with $32 million? What could you do with $9 million? What could you do with $10 million? What could we be doing better to benefit the Colorado Springs area with all the buildings that have for sale and for lease signs everywhere? Transparency. We really need to rethink how we're watching all these dollars come through Colorado Springs, period, Denver, period, all of the state of Colorado. I mean, seriously, we need to hold our local governments accountable. And we need to ask them, what are you doing with a couple $1 million? Because you really could be buying some of these old buildings out, offering tax incentives to those that want to turn around and give their buildings over to a nonprofit. And we really could be doing something better with $32 million. Once again, I ask, what could you do with $32 million? What could you do with $10 million? What could you do with $5 million? We need transparency. And yes, this video is actually going to hit YouTube because I am so sick and tired of watching federal dollars come into our community and not get used properly. It's not funny. Real Outdoorsman Recordings. And with that, one last thought. It is now officially 17 degrees outside. That's enough to freeze bodies. So I guess what I got to say, 2 seconds last. Remember your homeless people. Let's do better. We can do better. And let's really put our elected officials in check. Because nobody needs to be freezing outside for any reason whatsoever. We're America. RR.